It is, in fact, the 2012 NAB show. Hello again, everyone. I'm Pyburn of the Pulse Network, here talking about the great content shift. Now, we're talking with Laurent Renard, the CEO of I-Movix. And Laurent, let's talk a little bit more about the creative process in particular. Now, how has the development of high-speed cameras really affect the creative process, if you will?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, it took a lot of time for me to make this product happen because, well, technically speaking, of course, there are some big hurdles as we're working with so huge bit rates. And, well, it took a lot of years with heavy research and development processes before having a real product out of it and being and be able to work with those cameras as a real standard broadcast camera.
Now, what's interesting to me when I hear, you obviously talk about this, I mean, I was playing around on your website and looking at some of the different press releases. The frames per second is something that absolutely blows my mind. 300 frames per second and then 600 frames per second for 720. It's just remarkable, to say the least. But when you talk about that bit rate, how can people really take control of that? Because it seems like it's very tough to actually take control of such a large file, if you will.
Well, yeah, the biggest issue with all those huge frame rates will be the very long replays you will get out of it. So in terms of workflow, then you will get big troubles when you will try to insert all those replays into your live workflow. This is the reason why we try to work on a different standard workflow and then be able to work with only, I would say only, a few hundreds frame per second instead of having 10,000 frames per second, because we think that the real added value of such high-speed systems will be to get something like a 10 times slow motion, but at the same time try to have any more breaks into the replay workflow.
Now, what about, talk about from the different perspective from obviously being live and something that's being post-produced, because obviously live, you're trying to generate it as quickly as possible, and then the difference being, post-produced, well, you're basically categorizing everything right there. You're storing a little bit for quite some time. Talk about the difference between the two, because I think that definitely it presents some challenges.
Yeah, definitely. I-Movix has been working during those last years only in the live broadcast environment. So our new product called X10 is 100% dedicated on the live motion. So this product can create a live instant output and a continuous output at 300 frames per second in 1080i and up to 600 frames per second in 720p. So it means that continuously up to during up to 18 hours, you'll be able to get the high-speed images workflow out of it.
Excellent stuff. His company is I-Movix. His name is Laurent Renard. I'm Pyburn of the Pulse Network, thepulsenetwork.com.